Karrion Kross is officially a free agent as of this morning. He has left the WWE roster. His contract expired last night. He was moved to the alumni section on Saturday. Some people are still convinced that this is a work, but yesterday on his YouTube channel, almost said Wrestling Republic YouTube channel, I'm too used to plugging it there, he revealed that, he's gone from the company. He wanted to stay. He wanted to retire with the company, but they just never approached him with a contract. And honestly, that is kind of heartbreaking because, Clark, you had some very harsh words about him last week. You said you didn't care for him. Well, guess what? I'm not the biggest Karrion Kross fan. I'm not going to act like he can have a 5-star classic in the Tokyo Dome. I'm just not. But at the end of the day, this was somebody who was super over, somebody who is very clearly very loyal to the company, and he is somebody who was selling a ton of merch. Why didn't they just keep him around on maybe a little bit of a smaller contract for maybe a shorter time frame? Maybe you extend this deal for 1 year, because based on what he said yesterday, it seemed like he would have done anything to stay with this company. I can't get my head around it, Clark. In fact, I think this is an incredibly dumb decision by the WWE.
I mean, heck, bye-bye, so long, farewell. I don't think we'll see you in September. Either way, at least not in the WWE. I kind of saw this coming. It's not that I didn't care for Karrion Kross. I think he's a talented wrestler and whatnot. I just didn't necessarily care about it. I wasn't as behind it as other fans seem to be this current run. I didn't like the way the match ended with Sammy and no payoff on a storyline that actually did make sense. I felt like that was his best shot. I felt like that was very telling. And we're here now. Where he goes next, I'm not sure. He's a very creative dude. You've got Scarlett. The two of them are incredibly marketable, as you mentioned, when it comes to the merchandise and whatnot. I think they're a valuable pickup for any company, or if we're looking at Hollywood, we're looking at Hollywood. Either way, I do actually wish the best for Karrion Kross, but at the same time, like I said, his WWE status didn't do a whole lot for me.
But again, though, at the same time, when you got somebody who is this over, this much of a company guy, who is clearly willing to just be a good hand, he's not expecting to be a main event talent. Why on earth would you get rid of somebody like this? I don't get it.
I don't know. I think maybe behind the scenes, there's things we don't know about. Maybe he viewed himself as closer to a main event talent. Maybe the negotiations broke down. Maybe there was a contract offer. Maybe there wasn't.
Or at least he claims none.
Yeah.
Maybe anything. It could be anything here. At the end of the day, though, I stand on what I said before, man. Like, bless Karrion Kross. He's very talented, but really doesn't move me either way.
It's horrible. Absolutely horrible, Clark. How about kicking a man when he's down? Firstly, you hate on Ashante the Adonis
I just
so
said
much.
I wish him the best.
Actually, here's a theme. A few months ago, he went off on Ashante the Adonis. Last week, he went off on Karrion Kross. And now neither of their contracts have been renewed. It's all your fault, Clark.
Yikes.
I blame me. That's a good call. I like that.
I will.
It's
all your fault. We got Biggs in the comments saying, honestly, I'm still feeling that this could be a work and he could be helping to develop into the ultimate Bray Wyatt idea that they both had. If you guys haven't heard about that idea, the original pitch was to have him be an extension to the Wyatt Six alongside the Righteous, who of course are now in All Elite Wrestling. I would have loved to see that story. Shard is saying AEW. I can't see that happening. Or if it does happen, I'll tell you exactly how that will go. He will turn up in AEW. He will be on Dynamite for about a month. There'll be tons of hype around him. The hype will then slowly start to die down. He'll then be moved over to Collision. Give it a month or two, and he'll be moved over to Ring of Honor. Honestly, I think him in AEW just makes no sense. He doesn't fit AEW, and AEW doesn't fit him. But, Des, what is your thoughts?
I gotta say, it's a really interesting situation, because when you see a lot of these releases that have been in the WWE the last few years, a lot of them are because they can't really get over with the crowd, or they're just not viewed as main event talent. In this situation, maybe Kross wasn't viewed as main event talent, but he was very organically getting over with the crowd. He's moving merch sales, right? He's a draw to most people. So it's really shocking that WWE went in the direction they did. R-Truth said it in a way where it's like, hey, you're not winning matches, you're not winning championships, but you're won over the people. And that is what's most important. And I 100% agree, because as cool it is to win championships, if you can get crowd support and you can move ticket sales, WWE is going to look at that and they're going to really want you. I'm looking at Jey Uso specifically because that's exactly what happened with him. I don't know. Like, this really is a shocking move. I don't know what's next for him, right? Because the whole thing with Don Callis and AEW, there was some bad blood in TNA too. I could see him doing some great work in the Indies, but I just don't know, like, where else he could go. He had a great thing going on. Actually, he made the whole documentary about, his viral moment over the weekend, and it was really good cinematography, honestly. So maybe there's a door open for Hollywood. I gotta say, it's definitely a head scratcher. One thing, too, I noticed was, this is for me a little more personal, Karrion Kross, after the Monday Night Raw I went to, actually went to meet fans outside, take pictures and whatnot. One of my buddies actually got to take a picture with him, and Bruce Pritchard has said that he wasn't very happy that Kross was doing that, which is really shocking he would do that, because you would think that you want him to be with the fans, right, and have that moment with the fans, but it just seemed like WWE didn't want to get him organically over, which is a problem with WWE in the past. So, like I said, I don't really know what the plan was, and yeah, I don't know. It's really confusing.
I actually want to find out quickly what happened with Bruce Pritchard there. Did Bruce come out and stop him or what?
That's what he said in the documentary. I saw one of the clips. He was saying like,
"Oh, right, okay, sorry."
Yeah, Bruce. I mean, Bruce,
I haven't seen it all yet.
Yeah, I haven't seen it all either. But I know Bruce was also he was very unhappy with the Netflix runtime too when Punk and Rollins. So yeah, I don't know. There's stories
Seems
about
like
Bruce.
Really positive guy, doesn't he? Really, really nice guy, that Bruce Pritchard.
He really is.
There was a comment here which I'm really fascinated by. DCX Warlord says the Righteous aren't in AEW anymore. It is very possible that news story has just somehow got under my radar, and based on how AEW presented them, I wouldn't be too surprised. And it is 3 years now since they signed. So maybe, but I have no idea if that is true or not. Please let me know in the comments if it is. Angie says, I was really hoping that there was a chance for Kross. Shard says, Ashanti the Adonis is better. And the Atomic Merp, says Clark, crying emoji. But Garrett Sari says, there's so much talent he could work with in AEW. Do you think it could work, Clark?
In AEW? Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess him and Scarlett,
Really?
presentation-wise, I think it's possible for like a short run. I just don't know how much juice you have there. I mean, if we're going to get Killer Kross, like the guy that just chokes people out and is ruthless with an unbelievable entrance, then maybe, yeah. But if we're going to try to make him the clever one or the gladiator or any of these other things we've seen over the last 3 years, then I don't know, man. Like, as much as I like Gladiator, Gladiator 2 was a bit of a flop. And I'm just saying, like,
it's a good movie.
You're not
great
wrong
job.
there.
I don't necessarily know that the route for Karrion Kross is easy because of the vibe he's brought. I don't even know if this. I think the best version of him was the Silent Killer alongside Scarlett with the amazing entrance, and we've lost that. The veil has been lifted. There's no secret anymore.
Yeah.
Right.
Can you guys hear my cat?
I can't.
Yeah,
He wants
cat
to chime in into the Karrion Kross situation.
Very upset about Kross.
I feel like we should let him get in. Yeah.
Cookie! I've deafened all the viewers and she hasn't stopped.
Is that Cookie Kross? Don't lie to us. Is the last name Kross? Is it Cookie Kross?
It's not Cookie Kross. That would be absolutely
that
wild
would
to name
make
a cat.
sense on why the cat's upset, though.
Instead of a TikTok, it's Meow Meow.
That's all I'm saying.
There you go.
Don't act like it was a long leap for me to get there.
But we got Insta-Ron 2323 saying, if the crowd hijacks tonight's Raw, it will be hard to believe this doesn't turn into a truth situation. Here's what I will say to that. They can't do this about everyone. Anytime there's any uproar. Yes, it was stupid to get rid of him, but I don't think they can continue doing that.
My favorite thing in the world right now is like there's this new thing like we just found out that if fans all get together and chant it's possible it affects the show. Like this is like brand new in 2025. Like it's not. And
Why we
it's not going
created
to happen to
Wrestling
every
Republic,
wrestler.
literally.
Yeah, it's literally not going to happen for Cross this time, even if the chance happened, because it can't happen every time. I don't know. Yeah, look at this. Donnie De Silva. Do we show this one
So
then?
here's a twist. I learned this morning that Kross is still not available for any interviews. Make of that what you will. That is really interesting, actually. He is saying he can take bookings, but saying and doing are two very different things. Keep an eye on that. Really, really interesting. But him in AEW, he doesn't match the AEW ring style. Yes, he'd be different. Yes, he'd stand out. But AEW don't like booking people who don't fit their style.
Joe Cross might be pretty butter, though, just for that
Yeah,
one.
it would be. Also, Kross also talked about Moxley, too. Because
I'm just saying.
Wouldn't say. Because Dean Ambrose was the one that talked to Karrion Kross about him joining WWE in 2019.
Who?
So
That's true.
Dean Ambrose, John Moxley. I'm just saying because that's what he was called.
Right.
In 2019, that's what he did. In 2019, that's what he was called, Dean Ambrose. So I'm just trying to go with the times.
Fair enough, Des. Yeah. But that is a great point. Him and Kross are really, really close friends. DCX says Vincent and Dutch are not on the AEW roster page anymore. That would be fascinating.
It's not it at all.
I don't think it will happen, even if this is a work, purely because why would he say that in the documentary if that is the plan? But I would love for it to be the plan. I really, really would. Right.
Yeah.
Up next, I've got a confession to make, guys. Austin Theory push-up challenge. It's over. 3 reasons why.
Too many push-ups. We all know.
One too many. No, that's not a reason. That is not a reason.
Push-ups.
Basically, when I was genuinely not even joking. We were talking about this before the show. When I was younger, I broke both my wrists, and I've broken my right wrist twice, right? And I've actually been doing push-ups every day for a while now, but I always took 2 days off for the weekend. And obviously, during this challenge, I can't do that. It's every single day. And the last couple of days, my right wrist has been absolutely killing, so I just can't do that anymore. The second issue is I didn't realize until this Kross situation happened that any reel or any clip with the theme of the wrestler in, if they get released, gets taken down. So therefore, if this situation ends with Austin Theory being released, which I do think is possible, all those videos are going to get taken down immediately by WWE anyway. So it will actually kind of make this entire thing, because I don't have the footage of it without the audio, completely pointless. And the third one is I don't really think anybody cared about it, if I'm being completely honest. But those are the 3.
I cared. I was impressed.
It was nice.
I thought you were getting more yoked.
I thought you were going to be like Austin Theory.
I thought you were going to be
nobody cared
influencer by the end of it. I thought there was a potential for expansion into the bodybuilding industry and things of that nature. I was all in the entire time. Yeah, Shad cared too. Look at him.
Yeah, see? Shoddy cared. I thought we were going to get Ben.
Yeah, no, dude, I cared deeply.
Donnie says IWC about to call Ben injury prone.
Yeah.
He's kind of true, to be honest. My
honestly
is messed up.
Well, be careful. Remember, once Ben turns 30, it's all over. So
yeah, that's retirement age for me, honestly.
The end. That's his retirement age. That's when his body starts to really break down.
Yeah.
It's gonna be just useless.